In this episode of the podcast Red&Gold All Niners, we will continue analyzing that Shanahan effect, how that effect translates of winning Super Bowls, not only as a head coach, but also as a coordinator. Now, Kyle Shanahan, he hasn't yet won a Super Bowl as a coordinator or as a head coach. Mike Shanahan has 3 Super Bowls under his belt. One with our 49ers in the 1994 Super Bowl against the Chargers, and then goes to Denver and won back-to-back Super Bowls. Now, what was the main X factor of Shanahan winning those Super Bowls? And the answer is very simple: the quarterbacks. With the San Francisco 49ers, we had Steve Young. With the Denver Broncos, it was John Elway. So they were very good Hall of Fame quarterbacks. The rest of the career, they went to the playoff, but they were not even close in winning a Super Bowl. I'm talking about Mike Shanahan. Now, in the case of Kyle Shanahan, he's always been a good offensive coordinator. In all his trajectory, he has produced some of the best offense that the NFL has ever seen, including the offense of the Atlanta Falcons that they lost the Super Bowl against the New England Patriots. But why in so many years, probably we are talking about more than 40 years of career between both Shanahans, and they only have 3 Super Bowls? Well, like I was saying, the answer is simple: the quarterbacks. And if we go to more recent memories about Mike Shanahan being a head coach, if we remember in Washington, he got Robert Griffith III. Then in the same year, the same draft, they got Kirk Cousins. So, and we remember the drama, everything that happened with Robert Griffith III. And then they changed to Kirk Cousins. They trade Robert Griffith III. And there ends the career as a head coach for Mike Shanahan. Now, in the case of Kyle, if we go even a little bit further with the Cleveland Browns, with the Texans, with the Falcons, Kyle Shanahan never had a Hall of Fame quarterback. And nonetheless, they were always very good offense. With the Cleveland Browns, he got Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football. That we know the story. It was a disaster. With the Texans, he got Brian Hoyer, and he was producing at a level that nobody ever imagined. He goes to the Atlanta Falcons. He got Matt Ryan, and he got one of the best seasons for any offense in the history of the NFL. But he was a very good quarterback. Now he comes to the San Francisco 49ers, and he got Brian Hoyer and Nick Mullins, C.J. Beathard, and Jimmy Garoppolo, and now Trey Lance. But if the story tells us that they are not going to win a Super Bowl without a Hall of Fame or a very good quarterback, unless Trey Lance becomes that quarterback, we don't have many expectations to get a Super Bowl in San Francisco. And that scares me a little bit to think about that if they don't have a quarterback of that caliber, they cannot get a Super Bowl. The other main reason it is that the 2 quarterbacks they took the Shanahans to the Super Bowl and they won, they were seasoned veterans. They were not young quarterbacks. After the 2 Super Bowls in a row, John Elway retired. Steve Young, he had many seasons already in the NFL before winning the Super Bowl in 1994. And all the young quarterbacks that they had between the two coaches, they didn't flourish with them. Now, if that Shanahan effect translates now to the San Francisco 49ers with Jimmy G and Trey Lance, now, I mean, we saw Jimmy G took us to the Super Bowl. And what happened in the Super Bowl? Why we didn't win the Super Bowl? Mike Shanahan also went to another Super Bowls without John Elway, and they never won. Unless in San Francisco, if we don't get a good quarterback, the history tells us that we are not going to get a Super Bowl. Let me know what you think about the Shanahan effect. Comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and like always, see you in the next one.